Alright guys, welcome back. Okay, so I went to regionals this past Saturday, and as you guys know, I was just grinding out with Altergeist. And if you saw the previous video to this one, you saw that I was playing a specific card that was like, I guess it's like it's considered a bit slow, but like the more I played the deck and the more I was just like trying to get comfortable with it. I don't know, I just felt like it made sense. Like, to me, it made sense. Like, this is another thing that's questionable as well. Like, you mainly, like, standard builds, they just have two. Like, just play two Siliquatis. But, like, since you play, I play Desires, like, and, as you'll see as well, it's not a 40 card, build. So, like, what I noticed is that if you play Desires, like, and you play only two, like, odds, these would always get banished. Like, most of the time they would get banished, and like there's times where you need to have both in deck for you to like to grind it out, and that's what I didn't like about the 40 card build. Like, if you want to play Desires, so I knew I wanted to play Desires because those extra cards just make a big difference. Like, it makes a huge difference. Just hiring the card account just made it, I guess it made it more comfortable to just use Desires without like just being I guess paranoid that I'll banish specific cards. You're supposed to play 3 Ash, your hand traps, 3 draws, basically for the FTK, and a lot of you just don't understand draw in Altergeist. Cause okay, so basically FTK, right? This like stops them, right? Of course. And against Sky Striker, before the regional, I played against Gabe, the guy that won nationals, in Canada. I think, yeah, Canadian nationals. And I play Sky Striker, like, take it out, don't play a draw, don't play draw. But I don't know, I felt like it just stops them completely. Like if they go multi-roll, right? They go error 0, right? They add 1, like, then you draw them, and they need to hard draw anchors, or you know, they need to hard draw those things, otherwise they won't be able to search it. And then it gives you enough time for you to set up your traps, and then it's like, I don't know, I just feel like that was really strong. And of course Valor, it's just like, it stops like on your puncher, it's just really good. It stops like Kagari's add back. It stops it stops Denko when it's summoning Denko on you and you have your back row. It's insanely good, and it's just, yeah, basically. Okay, so this is the card that I initially just started testing out and playing it, because like most of the time, if you want to open up Faker or Seek, right? And if you open up Faker, you want to open up Mario. But like, let's say you just open up Mario and like no way to Faker. It's like you're gonna be waiting and to see when you're gonna top like a Faker if you don't have spoofing as well. So it's like, what this allowed to happen was I can just set your generic traps like strikes, lost wins, and like hand trap, right? To simplify the game state. And then have this just be there, right? If they attack it, if they don't, it doesn't really matter. It's gonna die either way, either by their attack or your suicide just crashing it. And then the minute that resolves, that already sets you up for your Faker, like if having access to Faker and your Seek, and that's huge because they can't Ash it. So that's like another big thing that to consider as well. Like, they can't Ash it. It's really huge, and I really like that. And since I hired the card count for Desires, I felt like you needed something else other than just these. Well, I guess theoretically, you have spoofing as well, but then spoofing requires you to have an Altergeist card. But I don't know. I just feel like having this as another option, like just to be able to top deck and crash on top of you having your trap set up, is huge. Like, it's really huge. Like example, like if you top deck against Thunder Dragons, right? You crash it, assuming you don't have like Titan or something. You just crash it, special Faker, get Siliquatis, bounce a fusion, bounce your Faker, and set your traps, and then just do it again. Yeah, it's just really good. I don't know, I just like it. Then you have your order. This is like the old man. That's just really good. These are this is basically stopped evenly. This is for Sky Strikers, Twisters, and stuff. These two stop Danko, and then just generic like effect negation. It's just you just need it. This is a really good Lost Wind. I really like Lost Wind. It's really good against Sky Strikers and Thunder Dragons because like you can negate 2 Kagaris basically. This is basically negate 2 Kagaris. So that's 2 things that they can't get back. So that's really good. And against Thunder Dragons, you just this is like gonna be those scenarios where you have spoofing and you just like you can't add it because of Colossus. So then you just do this on it and then yeah, it's good against Titans. So I like because it's permanent. Like it's negated permanently, and it just makes the matchup much easier compared to because you already have bouncer stuff, so it's like it's already in your favor. But I think this just makes it even easier. It just seems like it's really good. And breakthrough skill, I really like breakthrough skill. It serves the same purpose basically. It's use it on your turn and get anything right, and then you use it use it on their turn, then use it again on your turn. This is really good. Like if you want to like, I guess force the Ray float, and then they try to tag out and they go Kagari, you just banish this, negate the Kagari, so it's like they don't really gain anything, and it's a 1 card anyway, so you don't lose anything. You already negate 2 things with 1 card, so that's really good. But yeah, and it's like yeah, I really like it. And then of course you have your Altergeist stuff. The same reason you play Desires. So like basically the whole theory behind it was okay. So this is 49 cards. It's a bit odd, yeah. I couldn't like I don't want to just make it 50 because like it'd be putting a card for the sake of putting it, but I couldn't decide what to put. So basically it comes down to like the minute you see 1 Desires, it's basically as if you're playing 40 cards. Except you filtered your deck to where you banish other cards, not just the cards. Of course, there's odds of you banishing some of these as well, but it just hires the chances of you banishing other cards as well. Like just keeping 1, so you're basically only playing 1. Does that make sense? So like with that logic, it just made sense. Like the minute you see 1, it's like you started off with 40 cards. Does that make sense? But yeah. I don't know, it was pretty cool. I like how it worked out the entire day. It was 7 rounds of Swiss and then top 8 cut. I came in 6th place in after Swiss rounds, and then made it to I got 2nd after top cut. Oh my god! If I didn't mess up in the Swiss rounds, I'm pretty sure I could have got either 2nd or a little bit higher, but still. I just threw away a game. Anyways, so here's the side deck. It's very I guess very standard, except for the borders. Play 3 Pancreas Shops and 3 Skullmasters. This is mainly because like just like for the Thunder Dragons, when they trigger in the grave, you just negate it. That's basically it. Or like if I don't want to use my Ash on the Mally, you just use this. It's just really good. Like Phantom Knights. It's like I don't know, just one of the things you get like a manipulate type of thing, like sequencing multiple cards together. It just seems, I don't know. And then this card is this is against Sky Strikers. It's so good, man. It's so good. It's like a lot of times I would whenever I would be going up against Sky Strikers, I would just make him go first. And then, because that 6th card, it makes a big difference. Because you would side in like Twisters and Heavy Storm Dusters, and the fact that you have Seek is insane. Because like you can just like let them do whatever they want, okay, right? And then you activate Village, and you just summon Seek, or you you summon Seek, or you summon any of these, and then just Twister them. Like it's just insane. They can't really do anything. And then because like if you go first, they kind of have an idea of how to pick your board apart. Whereas going 2nd is like they either have to set their stuff and then like or not. So it's like it's a different dynamic to how the matchup is meant to be. But I felt like I was comfortable in doing that because they can't OTK you, so like you'll just grind it out either way. And then triple Duster. Once again, there's no impermanence as well. So there's like, if you want to play the deck without impermanence, it's possible. It's just that you don't have that imperm faker turn 0 play. That's extremely powerful. and then the extra deck. Yeah, this is just like for the, because I was like, oh, what else to put, you know? And I was, because my friend Yaten, he like this whole reason I played the deck is I lost the bets, and then I eventually just started just like the deck. So then yeah, because he likes Trishes. And then the extra deck. I mean, you could make it. You just summon Silk and a Mario and a Ash. So it is possible, or you can just like have the 2 level 4s in that. So it's like outlandish. Exciton, this, and Gear Suit, Triple Burst. This is really good. It's, against, it kills the Ray Float. Really like that about that. Secret Talker, Unicorn, Phoenix, Cerberus, and then the main ones you go into. This is like the only ones you really go into. A lot of times, and then plus the Nightmare Climb. This happened a lot as well. But yeah. Okay, so it was okay, so run 1 was against Ryan. He's playing a border stun, and then it was against what's next? And then it was I think round 2 was Ben. He's playing Crusaders. Round 3 was against Zakir. I'm not sure if it's Zakir or Zakir. He's playing Trickstar Sky Striker. And then round 4 was against Ewan. He's playing Altergeist. It was a mirror match. And then round 5 was against Trickstar, another Trickstar Sky Striker against Connor. And then round 6 was a Sky Striker, which was River. And then the last round of Swiss was against Liam. He's playing Sky Striker. Dude, I was in a row, man. I was 2-0 everyone. For the times I lost. So good. It's so bad. And then top 8, I ended up playing another border stun, which is Steven. And then top 4 playing against Piers. He was playing Thunder Dragons. And then in the finals, because dude, I won game 1, and then I was like, yes, I feel pretty good. And then he ended up taking it back. He ended up winning the event. That was so cool. Liam. Yeah, that was Liam. But yeah, man, like I don't know. I guess it's really very, very questionable. I guess you can play without it, but I just really like it. Like there's a lot of times where I would like top deck it and I'd be like, oh my god, just crash it, and then it just gets everything going. It's just, yeah, it's so good. Cause like, yeah, I don't know. You can try it if you want. I mean, but I guess it's not everyone's play style. But I just feel like it's really, really good. Like it just gives you Faker. This is what the deck is meant to do. Give you Faker and just snowball your way after that. Like, it's pretty crazy. But anyways, that's gonna be it. Hopefully enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.